Deforestation is a global problem that is getting worse and worse every day. It is the loss or destruction of natural forests. This is mainly due because of human activities such as logging, cutting trees for fuel, plus burning, mining operations, dam building, etc. It has an extensive environmental and economical problems. Some of the problems we may not be able to understand until it's too late for us to prevent. But why is deforestation such a serious problem? Human activity is one of the main causes of deforestation. First of all, humans need somewhere to live, right? How would we be able to do so if all the trees are taking up the land space that we needed? Simple. Cut them down. As humans, we take the forest for granted. The forest provides us with amazing free tools that most people are unaware of. Just in one day, everywhere in the world, 29,800,000 trees are cut down. Through an environmental lens, deforestation has a large impact. Many activities that are done by humans through deforestation have negative effects on the environment. Trees have a large contribution to the water cycle. They draw up water through their roots, which are then released into the atmosphere. We disturb this cycle because the water is stored in plants or trees, and when we cut down the trees, the climate changes as a result, and the area gets drier. The trees also help in the prevention of running off water and help the water absorb in the soil to prevent flowing water. When we don't have any trees and cut them down, water will run off and won't give the chance for the groundwater tables and soil to absorb the water. Flooding can occur, causing a permanent change in soil, water flow, and eventually lead to drought as a lack of future rainwater exists. The distinctive biodiversity in different areas are being lost very fast. Almost 80 to 90% of the entire species of the world exist in the tropical rainforest, which makes up 6% of the surface area of the Earth. Because the loss of trees per year, 50 to 100 species of animals are becoming extinct each year. Another outcome of this is the loss of animal and plant species. This results in the animals losing their habitat, protective cover, and we permanently lose diversity in our ecosystem, which is necessary for ongoing development and sustainability of our environment. Global warming is being caused by greenhouse gases, example carbon dioxide, being released into the atmosphere. Deforestation is a significant cause of carbon dioxide emissions being released into the atmosphere since trees absorb and act as a storage for carbon dioxide. Burning down and cutting trees also releases carbon dioxide. The release of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere affects the ozone layer and, in turn, increases global warming. Humans are taking action through creation of special interest groups, government programs, and conservation areas to protect plant and wildlife. Laws have been put in place that limit the amount of trees that can be cut down in a given area for both personal and commercial purposes. Governments are giving quotas to logging companies for the amount of trees they can cut down in a given area and also requiring them to plant new trees such that we replenish those that are being cut down, and to ensure that this natural resource is not permanently eliminated given its precious impact on our environment. From a social lens, one of the main tasks of forests is to absorb and store large amounts of water quickly when there are heavy rains. But when forests are destroyed, the regulation of the water flow is disturbed, which can lead to flooding and then drought. This also disturbs human development and leads to the loss of plant and animal species. Flooding can cause death and also the need for individuals to relocate their housing or habitats, giving the permanent effects of flooding. The forest helps with local humidity through transpiration, which adds to local rainfall. It assists with the water cycle, forming rain clouds before being precipitated as rain back onto the forest. When we cut down the forest, this can reduce precipitation, which can, in turn, lead to an area of drought. This area could dry up and have strong tropical sun beating on it. Being dry for so long can cause natural disasters such as forest fires and make the land unfertile. When we cut down the trees, it can also make it dangerous for humans to live, because indigenous and aboriginal groups have been required to relocate their habitats and live due to the effects of deforestation on their everyday living. Regions have been totally wiped out by forest fires resulting from the drought Famine has also occurred in areas where drought has been dramatic, such as parts of Africa. Awareness levels have been raised on this issue through groups such as Greenpeace, Environment, and other, making individuals aware of the impacts of deforestation and other issues on society and the way we live. Governments are protecting the rights of Aboriginals and Indigenous groups to ensure their survival, respect their cultures and societies. Where will these people live if we eliminate the forest? Overpopulation could occur, and if they have to move to more populated areas, there would be a tremendous strain on resources. From an economical lens, the economy is affected by deforestation every day. The forests are oftentimes cut down for short-term economic needs. This can be for gold or diamond mine or for oil production. As mines are not renewable resources, the profit made from selling timber is also a short-term approach, as once the forests are depleted and the soil is permanently damaged, there are no longer any potential economic benefits that can be realized from this line. The challenge is trying to balance the need for a given country or society to generate economic benefits for itself and its people without permanently damaging the long-term possibilities for a sustainable economy. Focusing on short-term economic benefits can lead to a long-term increased economic cost of society. This can from the need to import drinking water, build new water plants to treat their water, import certain foods, or also affect tourism as individuals pay money to visit natural rainforests such as the Amazon. Countries that generate income from agriculture industries can be negatively affected economically by the long-term effect of deforestation. As land is overcultivated, the soil quality decreases. Less crops will result, which will turn and cause a price increase for the different products. This land may become useless, forcing the country to import these agricultural products at a much higher price. Urban construction can generate significant economic profits for a society as the trees are cut and sold for lumber, building materials, furniture, and paper products. There are also major negative impacts on forest life as these forests are usually cleared without thought of long-term impact of the urban expansion process. In conclusion, the consequences of deforestation can have tremendous long-term environmental, social, and economic consequences for society. One must be aware of the direct consequences that the short-term thinking can create, but we need to have a long-term perspective and balance of the social, economic, and environmental issues in order to have a sustainable society in the future.